tenemos el honor y el placer de presentarles al doctor Sherr, prestigioso homeópata británico, famoso en el mundo por sus patogénesis. How are you, Jeremy?
Very good, thank you. All is good.
Okay. How you born your interest to work in Africa?
Okay, it comes from several places.
Okay.
You want me to look there more or to look there?
The same.
The same. It comes from several places.
Mm-hmm.
First of all is because I have a postgraduate school in homeopathy, and there I teach the whole philosophy, organ and chronic disease, etc. And one of the things that I concentrate on a lot is epidemics.
Mm-hmm.
I teach the philosophy and practice of epidemics for many years. But it's necessary, I feel, to do that in practice, not just do blah, 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 blah all the time about philosophy. So I wanted to see how this works and to learn it practically and to see the validity of the classical theory in epidemics. So this was the one side. The other side is because I see the suffering of the people in Africa. 28 million people have AIDS, and I feel if we have the possibility to help, then we have to help. It's not an option, it's a duty. That's how I feel about it. And I have the possibility because I have some knowledge and I have power of many homeopaths behind me, moral power, because I have many students in many countries. And my aim is not just to go there myself and practice, but to bring other homeopaths and to make a big difference. I can treat 1,000 people, but with the homeopathic philosophy of epidemics, if you follow the instructions right and you come to a genus epidemicus of 10 or 20 remedies, then you can treat 20 million people, I believe, with not so much difficulty. That is, homeopathy gives us that possibility, because once you have a genus epidemicus, it becomes easy. You can teach people 10 remedies, and any doctor, nurse, barefoot doctor can practice this. So we can make a big difference in that way. And the third reason is because I want to be able to prove to the world what homeopathy can do. And the biggest focus on the world on health today is on AIDS in Africa. So if everybody is looking there, I say, you know, if we can make something big there, make a big difference there, and do some proper research, then maybe the world will see and we help homeopathy, because homeopathy is in big trouble in Europe today, especially in England. So I'm helping with this fight in my way. So these are the reasons I decided to go, but I've been planning this for 10 years. And for the last 5 years, I tried to collect money and to organize research from all the orthodox bodies, universities, funds, Bill Gates, Elton John, UNESCO, all these people, nada. Because Africa, lots of money. AIDS, lots of money. Homeopathy, nothing, yes. So I tried and I wrote letters and I got partners, and I wanted to make serious research. I was in universities in South Africa and Tanzania and everywhere, organizing research, trying to get money. Nothing happened. In the end, I saw if I wait for that, I'll be old now. So I just said, okay, stop everything. I go there, I start working there. I open the clinic, and from there I will progress slowly and see what's happening. So this is what I did. My wife is a homeopath, so she is also as enthusiastic as I am, and therefore take the family and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how do you start with provings?
because, you see, I come from Israel. And in Israel I was living on a farm before. I have some land, it's not even a farm. I have land, olive trees, Mediterranean, very nice. But also scorpions. And when I was in Israel before I studied homeopathy, many of my friends, I see them being stung by a scorpion. I know the scorpion sting and how it is. So when I came to England and I was a student, first year, I look in the Materia Medica to see scorpion, nada. So I said, okay, we have to do maybe proving. But there was nothing, no provings to learn from or anything. So I went back to England, to Israel. I catch under the rock a little scorpion, black. And I put him in a bottle, I bring him back to England. But then I found that it's not good because I don't have positive identification which scorpion this is. So he lived in my desk on a jar for 4 months. No food, he would not eat. I put food, he doesn't eat. No, nothing, but he lived 4 or 5 months, nothing happened to him. I understood the power of scorpion. So then next year I went back to Israel. I got to the Institute of Scorpions. They gave me a scorpion with a name, Androtonos amorexi hebreus. I bring him back, we make him. Now I didn't know how to do provings. So I give to all my people in the class, I say, take that and write to me something in 1 month. So I got information, but afterwards I understood it's a very poor way to do a proving. But because scorpion is a very powerful remedy, I got information. Really this remedy needs a better proving again, because it doesn't have, there would be more subtle levels. And then I said, okay, I've done scorpion, finished, you know, that's it. But after 6 or 7 years I said, why stop with one proving? I do some more. So I thought then I will do 2 together. I thought save time, do 2 together, another big mistake. So I did hydrogen and chocolate. I thought I'd go to the most primal stuff, hydrogen, and something modern chocolate, I do it together. So then I found out more mistakes, and from the mistakes I learned, yes. And then I gradually made the method better, and of course based upon Hahnemann, Kering, Lippe, etc. And then from then I started to do every year a proving. When I wrote my book, The Methodology of Homeopathy, I think is in Spanish also. Yeah. That was 1995. I already learned a lot of things from my mistakes. Today I've done 32 classical provings, and I learned a lot more. So I'm writing another edition of this book. But everything I wrote in that book is correct. It's just that I've learned more things meanwhile and refine it a bit. But otherwise it's okay. And I've done all these provings. The problem is with provings, to do a proving is easy. 2 months, you suffer, you get a headache, you get irritable, okay, fine. But to publish, to edit, to publish, to bring it to proper publication, this is a hard work. And I have maybe 10, 15 provings that I'm sitting on that I need to publish, and it's still a lot of work to do on them. So that's, you know, when people do a proving, it has to be finished to the end. And, you know, that's a difficulty. I've proved all the noble gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, you know, many, many different things. I still have to work on it and to publish.
Okay. Yeah. In your proving groups, you have all the same team, or you change your team?
It's changed team, because every time in my postgraduate course, it's a 3-year postgraduate course. So each course has to do one proving. So it's a new team. Sometimes I have some prover who remain because they like to do the course again and again and again. Some people. Now, if you have the same people doing it again, you will see similarity between the proving. You can see this is the same person. There was one prover who did many provings.
Suffered the same symptoms, perhaps.
It's the same symptom, but it's different. You can see it's the same person, but you see it's different. So in a way that's okay, but it's good to have a new team too. But the important thing is that I don't do it in the first year with them. I wait until they become a group after 2 years, because if you have a group together, it becomes an epidemic. You see, my interest in epidemics and improvings is the same, because it's collective disease. One is collective natural disease, one is collective artificial disease. But the proving is an epidemic, artificial epidemic. So I teach epidemics and provings, I do the proving and teach epidemics at the same time. And you understand, you begin to understand the power of collective disease. And collective disease is much stronger when you have a coherent group, a group that is made of vital force of the group. Then it becomes much more powerful. So people like my provings. One of the reasons is because I'm doing it with a coherent group. Not that I take volunteer from there. It's not so powerful. So yes, that's...
Okay. When you spoke about your work in Africa, you said that it's important to practice an homeopathy of objective and today. Can you speak a little more about that?
What do you mean by
objective? That every case that you take, it's a different, and you have not to have preconceived ideas.
Yes, this is, as I was teaching yesterday, especially in paragraph 100. We all know that in an individual case, it's important to be free of prejudice. Every homeopath learned that from the beginning. To learn it and to do it is two different things. It's very difficult to be free of prejudice. You have to be free of sora, But you try. That's the homeopathic meditation, to try and be free from prejudice. No method, no remedy in your mind, no any idea in your mind. You come to the case like a baby. You don't know. Now, in epidemics is much more important, because epidemics are more dynamic than individual chronic disease. Acute disease are more dynamic than chronic disease. So it's very quickly changing, moving like that. And in epidemic, it's even more powerful. It's very dynamic. Like I showed yesterday, the AIDS virus is changing like that all the time. If you get stuck on any concept, it will move and you will lose it. And that's what happens to the doctors in vaccination. They find vaccination this year, next year it's no good. So we have to be very dynamic. You know Bruce Lee? Yeah. Bruce Lee, he said the method of no method. That is his method, Jeet Kune Do, he make a method. First he studied many methods, right? Wing Chun, all kinds of different martial arts. Then he says, now be like water, forget the method, and just be what is right for each moment, like that. And it's the same thing, when you're dealing with acute disease, it's a fight. The chronic disease is different, because chronic disease you fight with yourself, but acute disease you fight with the outside. So here you have to be like water, and the moment you get stuck, you come like that, boom, you get it over there. So, and there are many preconcepts of people, for instance with AIDS, in homeopathy. You say to people, yes, this is a good remedy, that's a good remedy, that works, that works, that works. I don't care. What they saw that works, what they say that works, I don't care. First I have to understand, because they are seeing case. They no, okay, you start seeing case, but really you've got to see the whole big animal. If you're treating bees, a hive of bees, you do bee number 1, bee number 2, bee number 3, bee number 4. So at work. Max vomica, you give one. Apis, you give one. Staphylococcus, you give one. Okay. But this is not the same as looking at the whole beehive. Understanding the beehive, understanding the queen. Because that is the center. And you have to see the totality, and you have to see the center, and then the remedy must cure the whole beehive. And this is a different concept from what most people are doing, is doing one bee at a time. So I'm approaching it in that way. And I'm approaching it according to the concept of classical homeopathy. Because there are some people, they find some remedy, they say, this is my remedy for the epidemic, it's working good for me, yeah, bravo, you know, I believe it's working, it's fine, it's good. But not everything that works, when you say it works, this is not the final answer. Because you can give any case 10 remedies, they will work. That. There's no sumillimum. Sumillimum is a theoretical concept. Even Hahnemann says that. He knows one remedy that worked for the case. Many remedies work for the case. But the question which goes deep and touches a queen of the bees. Yeah. Because if you don't touch the queen, you just move it from there to there, to there, to there, to there. So this needs slow, patient work, not jump in, see the big picture, and then afterwards do it.
Okay. Do you think that it's a difficulty, the increase of symptoms for each remedy, for the similium?
Yes. It's,
you mean how we have to deal with this?
You talk about the number of remedies?
Or the number of symptoms for each remedy?
Yes. Because of the new proving?
Yeah.
It's a problem, yeah. And partly I am responsible for the problem, yes. Because I started to make provings that are more comprehensive and people put in a lot of symptoms and stuff. Now, if you don't edit the proving good, you get a lot of bullshit. I woke up in the morning, my auntie phoned, I go to supermarkets, I saw a fish. And now I'm more careful to cut this out. That's one thing, you have to cut out the rubbish. Second, you have to edit it in a meaningful way. Again, people like my provings, I think, because I edit very carefully. I put that goes with that, that goes with that, that goes with that. So when you read it, you get meaning. If you edit the proving and you say, day 1, prove a 1, day 2, prove a 2, you read it and you go, how do I understand this? What do I do with it? But when you put it all together meaningful, and you say, okay, fish with fish with fish, bird with bird with bird, elephant with elephant with elephant, elephant with fish, that with that, that with that. Then when you read it, you get the image. This is another thing. You have to be careful not to put too many symptoms in a repertory. This is a problem. Many people, when they repertorize their first proving, they are so happy with their proving, they want to put every little symptom in. I woke in the morning, I woke angry in the morning, I woke angry in the morning with the egg. Everything go in, and then you get all over the repertory. I made that mistake, so I know. I made it with hydrogen. I put in too much. Then I took out 1/3. Now I repertorize minimalistic. Only those symptoms that I'm confident and that are meaningful, I put them in. Because the repertory is not the materia medica. But people want to make the repertory a materia medica. So they put in everything, we need that. Just, you can't work with it. So, but still, there's too much information. We need the information, but there's too much. Too many provings, too many symptoms. But we need it also. The only solution I see is to devise a software that organizes that information. I planned a software that takes information and makes it very easy to see and to find, more advanced than just repertory. But no money, you have to do it. I'm waiting for some people to do it, maybe 2-3 years, it will help. These are general ways. It's like you need to extract what is important, what is meaningful from the proving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for the doctor, when they are taking a case and looking for his repertory, how is the approach to this increase of symptoms, and how do you think that they have to take it?
Yes. What will happen, the difference is this. When I was 26, 27 years ago, when I was working with cancer repertory, you would take 1, 2, 3 symptoms, 5 symptoms, 1 remedy. No problem, you're happy. Easy. Now you take 5 symptoms, maybe 40 remedies. Now there's nothing you can do. That's the situation. We have this information, we need it. Because maybe it will be like the cases I showed yesterday, vanilla, maybe it will be on Corinthus, we need it. So what I do, I repertorize till I get 40 remedies, 50 remedies, 30 remedies. I don't try to cut it beyond that. And then I go. Arsenicum, yes, no, maybe. I'd say 4 things. Arsenicum, yes, no, maybe, don't know remedy. And I go, ta, 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 ta. Like when you walk in the supermarket. You don't have to look exactly, you walk like that, and you up that one. You walk like that, up that one. So you look, you 3, 4, 5 remedies, and those that you don't know. And then you read quickly, Fadak, Vermeulen, Allen's Encyclopedia, da 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 da, yes, no, don't know, maybe, boom. That's how I work today. So I scan the list of remedies. It works good for me. Yeah. But you have to know the remedies. Now, if you don't know the remedies, it's okay also. That means you scan and you have to read 20 remedies. But that's how you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You told us that the homeopathy in Britain is in danger.
Yes.
How do you see the homeopathy in Britain, in Europe, and in the world today?
Mm-hmm. Well, Britain is probably the worst situation in the world today because Britain has a very strong homeopathy traditionally. 4 homeopathic hospitals, royal family does homeopathy, open to professional homeopaths as well as doctor homeopaths. Many, many schools. At the time there were 27 schools of homeopathy in Britain. Was very, very powerful. Now, the dark forces, let's call them, I call them the pharmaceutical inquisition. Mm-hmm. Okay. They start to attack homeopathy already 20 years ago, 1986. But then Prince Charles got up and he said, go away. And they went away. But they came back 3, 4 years ago. Very organized, very motivated. With money. And then they attack systematically all the time, in the newspaper, in the television. They attack the charities, they go to legal, they attack the societies, very organized. And they caused a lot of damage, The people's practice went from 4 days a week to half a day a week. Big damage. Mm-hmm. Schools closed down, university closed down. Some is, of course, economic crisis, but this was before economic crisis. They know how to work, these dark force. They are very organized, they know how to attack, they have connections and everything. There's a book that is written, it's a free book on the internet by a journalist about this group, about these people and how they operate. Mm-hmm. It's a very scary book to read, yes.
Can you give me
yes, I'll give you the reference to that. And they try to attack also in America, in India, less successful. But in places like, for instance, Holland, some in Canada, they are successful at it. But mainly in England, they are based in England. Now, because of my work in AIDS in Africa, they're attacking me all the time, consistently, every day. I get a problem. you know. They phoned the Tanzania embassy, they tried to stop my money. Yes, big problem. They have blogs in the internet.
Like a mafia.
Like a mafia, yes. It's also on the outside, it's just writing terrible things about you and the internet. You're killing people, this and that and another. Underneath, they're a mafia. And they stop you in every way they can. And it takes a lot of my energy and my time to fight this, which is sad, but what, you know, I have to deal with it. So now, this is the situation with the attacks. Now, homeopathy also at the same time, there was a rise from 1980 to 2000, something like that, logarithmic rise. Because I see it like this. Here is a pyramid of patients. Now, these patients don't want homeopathy. These no, these no, these no. These patients, they want acupuncture, they want nutrition, they want massage. And only these patients who have intelligence want homeopathy. When I say intelligence, maybe it's a farmer, maybe it's a simple person, but he has intelligence, to know that homeopathy is looking at the whole person, etc. Now, when we started homeopathy in 1980, all these people come. Plenty of people, let's say 10 million people, they want homeopathy, homeopaths are coming, is ready, easy, no problem. When I started to work, I had in one week I was full, like that. Now slowly, these people are all seeing homeopaths, they're seeing, etc. And now it comes naturally in a curve like that. So it came to that place, okay, it's static, but at the same time the attacks come, and the money problem comes, it's gone down. That's in Western Hemisphere. In South America, I don't know. In India, it's strong. In Africa, the people are like thirsty for homeopathy. You come to the clinic, 100 people the same day, no problem. You come, they give you a hospital, they say work, everybody's coming because they all want it. They all know they're intelligent in their way, and they all know that this is better, and that's what they want. So, it's a mixed bunch, some good, some less good, yeah.
And how do you see the future? Or what do you dream for your future?
Well, how I see it and what I dream is different.
Well, that's two questions.
Two questions, yeah. I see the future that homeopathy is on a down, naturally, because of the cycle of things, but it will never die. And it will come up again in the right time, and it will always be like that, because the truth is there, but the truth always has to fight a battle. So, you know, maybe we have some bad years, maybe 5, 10 bad years. Before was 80 bad years, okay, but again it will come up. And now we have a lot of power, a lot of knowledge. So, okay, my dream is that, my real dream is that we cure most of the people with AIDS in Africa. We produce a very strong research that nobody can argue with, many researchers, and we come and we show United Nations, the doctors, that look, homeopathy can do it. Homeopathy is the most powerful, and we make a change to la monde. You know, yeah, that is what I would like to see. That is what I'm working for right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know that you are very well known in Argentina?
I do not know that. I didn't know. Really, I did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We expect in the near future you will come to visit us.
I will be happy to. I suspect they know me because of the provings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And provings is one thing I do, but I have other things that I do that they probably don't know. My big thing is, first of all, I teach philosophy, homeopathic thinking, and materia medica in this postgraduate school of mine. And I do a lot of live clinic also that people can watch, live clinic. I don't do video case a lot. It bores me, it's from yesterday. I like to do live. And I've written some books, mainly the syphilis book, that is not proven, that is conceptual book here in America. And I've developed software. I don't know if you've seen my homeopathic case taker software.
Yeah.
That, and I've written the repertory. I talked about it yesterday. So I've done many that and other projects, but the provings.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, it's good, and I'm happy, very happy. Yeah.
Perhaps this is from now we can do something to.
I'll be very honored. Marcelo told me about the Adamas case of leukemia, so that made me happy. You know, when I hear a case all over the world, and I know these provings work because people always in a conference they come, they say I had a case of Dama, sickness, that worked very well. So okay, that's great. I'm happy. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay. Thank you.